One of the most stressful cricket matches of all time comes to an end. I mean, I don't know how many people almost had a heart attack in that press box in India on telly. Whoever was watching, whatever, Gargi's no longer got nails. Her so preserved, well-preserved nails are all gone. She was about to finish Ashok's chips. Ashok was just parading up and down. But Tilak Varma, absolute beauty. First comments, both of you.
Oof, I mean, this was one of the most stressful T20I matches that we possibly covered, that I possibly covered. The press box, I always talk about this, that always is very objective, very stoic, does not react much. But this time around, no one was immune to the pressure that was on the field today, be it Pakistani journalists, be it Indian journalists. But let's talk about Tilak Varma. And we were talking about this as we were heading out. Boria said, the kind of temperament that Tilak Varma has to be studied, because look where he got you. Look where he got India. When he came in, 3 wickets were down, 20 runs, only 20 runs on the scoreboard. And from there, he takes you over the line. Kudos to Shivam Dube as well for the way that he came in, went gung-ho and absolutely changed the track of the Indian bowlers. I think he'll be able to. He'll be able to.
Can he?
Yeah.
If he's a good enough driver, he will.
Yeah, unless there's a conspiracy.
It'll depend if he's an Indian or a Pakistani.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
If he's an Indian, he'll manage. If he's a Pakistani, then I have my doubts.
That's fine.
He'll manage.
There's so much expensive stuff, we can sue him for a good amount of money.
That's not the point. The point is to be a little careful. I think he's trying.
He's trying. Why would he do that?
Anyway. I think he's got disgusted and he's leaving.
No, he's basically trying what Shaheen Afridi was trying today.
What with the Salman Agha was trying.
But let's calm down for a bit. We need to analyze the cricket match also. Yeah. Ashok, your first thoughts about how stressful it was, and then we'll get to the cricket match.
Oh, absolutely. I think, before the match, we talked about how the battle is in the mind and what a match it was. Very, very stressful for all of us in the press box. But hats off to Tilak Varma for having maintained his composure all throughout. I think long after this is done and dusted, this will go down as one of the finest innings in T20 history for India.
Yeah, and the best part, Gargi, was 20 for 3. He's not flustered. He's soaking the pressure in. Every time there are substitute fielders coming in, this guy not bothered. He's just sort of taking his time, even doing his hair up, soaking it in. And when he played that final 6, did you see the amount of, he walked right to the left. He paraded himself. He was calming himself down. That's what it is. That's when you soak in the pressure. Made the bowler wait, got it into groove, and he knew that was the ball. That was the ball that will give India victory. I thought it was sensational innings from Tilak Varma. But before we continue on Tilak Varma, a word on Shivam Dube. All debates put to rest.
Absolutely. I mean, I had been saying from the very start of the Asia Cup that you guys are discounting Shivam Dube for the skills that he brings to the table. I understand that his body language is very relaxed, and a lot of you misinterpret it as him being casual. He's not casual. He's very calculative with his batting, and we've seen that in IPL as well. He's won his franchise so many matches with the bat, so you have to remember that. And also in the Asia Cup, if you look back on all the matches, Shivam Dube has given you breakthrough right when you needed it. So do not undermine or discount Shivam Dube and his skills. Today as well, for him to come in at a very, very stressful juncture in the game and then go aggressive from the right from the start was something that not many can do. He was landing those shots, he was timing those brilliantly, and he deserves a lot of credit tonight.
We generally don't rub it in. All of us, we've always said that we have to be gracious and dignified, and we've questioned all of these tactics. I just want to read out one stat for you, and I'll give it to Gargi and Ashok to talk about it. Haris Rauf, 3 overs, 5 balls, 50 runs, no wickets. Wow. That's when divine justice happens. You behave like an idiot. This is what comes back to haunt you. You're a cricket player, go play cricket. If you don't have the skills, don't play. But you make a mockery of the game. You behave like an absolute jerk. Unfortunately, you disrespected the game. The game has its ways of showing you the respect. This is what Haris Rauf got back today, Ashok. Sad, but he's got his lesson.
Oh, absolutely. I really think that this Pakistan team is not really up to the standard that is required for a tournament of this stage, or definitely not a match for India. It is just that, situation was such that we lost those 3 wickets early. But like you said, Boria, at 20 for 3, I think Tilak Varma came in, held his composure, held his ground, and had the confidence to say that I'll be able to do that. That 69 was absolutely fabulous. I think you're absolutely right. I think that the decision to get Shaheen Shah Afridi to bowl that 17th over, I think was an absolute blunder. We were looking at that and wondering who's going to bowl the last 3 overs. And I think somewhere that thinking, I think from Salman Ali Agha was completely wrong. And I think Pakistan, there were many instances during the match that Pakistan lost it. That for me was one big blunder.
That was a very defensive tactic from Salman Ali Agha. I think somewhere Salman wasn't confident that they would be able to finish the batting up that early. That's why he kept reserving Shaheen Shah Afridi for that long for the end, because he knew the game will go deep and the Indian batters bat very deep till number 8. So it was a defensive approach. I think Shaheen Afridi should have been done with at the beginning when India was down and out. And I will like to, repeat that phrase that you keep talking about. जब शेर लेटा होता है, उसे मार दो. That's what Salman Agha did not do today.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there were many such opportunities. I think what happened there, Gargi, was I think Pakistan underestimated the middle order to come in and deliver the goods. Before the match, a lot of viewers talked to us about this comment saying, what if Abhishek Sharma fails? The law of averages caught up, he failed. But I think Pakistan really underestimated. And instead of going for the kill at that stage, employing Shaheen Afridi to come in and maybe get to 5 wickets down, I think held him back. And I think that was a big tactical blunder.
Once again, you've got to give credit to the Indian think tank. They knew the Pakistan batting is not up to the mark and they wanted to have that extra batter. Look at what that extra batter did. You still had Akshar Patel. You still had Akshar Patel in that dugout. So at no point in time did India lose or sort of close in on batters, because they knew they had one batter after the other, one left-hander after the other coming out. So clearly that ploy works for India. That's why you're a gun team. Today, had it been any side of quality, they would have nailed India. India played 50% of their cricket today. 50%. Imagine this. Pakistan was 113 for 1. From there, they folded out for 146. So imagine, I will give you 5 moments. 113 for 1, 146 all out. 20 for 3 allows the opponent to get to 77. Sanju Samson, not in form, struggling, allows him to go. Again, Shivam Dube, at one point in time, when he came in, put pressure, get a couple of fielders in, that run-out chance, that drop chance. Today, India did not drop any, and that catch drop of Shivam Dube by Hussain Talat. I thought that catch drop was the turning point. After that, he hit a couple of big sixes as well.
There was a dropped catch of Sanju as well, if I'm not wrong.
Two. Sanju's catch was dropped, but Sanju did not score too many after that.
Yeah.
But Shivam, Hussain Talat was running in. That is a dolly. You've just got to pace yourself, take that dolly. And that shows you that under pressure, India took 8 or 9 catches on all of those high balls. So when it came to the push comes to the shove, India delivered. Pakistan, unfortunately, not. This is where it brings us back to Mohsin Naqvi. You mentioned it. You don't behave irresponsibly and go and say, by the way, we've got to put this on record. When we were walking in after our pre-show, all of a sudden we were stopped for literally 20-25 minutes.
No, I found out the reason for that. It wasn't what we think it was.
No,
it was the Sheikh of Abu Dhabi.
But Mr. Naqvi was also at the other side, and he came.
Each other.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, you don't do that. You do that inside. All of what you want to do, your socializing, your hugging, kissing, can be done inside. The fact of the matter is, media has to do their work, and all we wanted to do was just allow us to go through. Yeah. We don't want to go and click a photograph with Mr. Naqvi or whoever it is. So just allow us to go and do our work. For Mr. Naqvi to hold everybody up and behave like royalty, there doesn't work. And again, it brings us to the fact, Ashok, cricket is played by cricket players. By saying, I will do everything, we will try and solve everything, you wanted to tweet that out. It actually puts more pressure on your players. That's what happens.
Absolutely. One point that I will take from that, because you spoke about the dropped catches, I was sitting with some, while in the lunch area, because everyone sort of mingles, there were a few Pakistani journalists talking about the quality of Pakistan cricket at the moment. And they said that, we are shell-shocked every time we go to see Pakistan practice, because if you sit down and watch their catching practice, none of them even have the quality of catching the ball well. So this is something
I-
that the
having-
Pakistani journalists are saying.
Having said that, I
Yeah.
thought the Surya Kumar Yadav catch was a
It was
very good
brilliant.
one. Was
brilliant.
a very good one. Even the Shubman Gill catch,
yeah.
that jump was timed to perfection.
Yes.
So let's give it to Pakistan, where they held a couple of really good catches. For tonight, Shubman Gill and Surya Kumar Yadav can kind of hold back a little bit. We can talk about Tilak and Dubey. But yes, underwhelming tournament for the captain. Very underwhelming tournament. And we don't mince our words. Even Shubman, the stage was set for
Yeah.
him to close it out. He wasn't able to. Quick comment, both of you, on Shubman and Surya Kumar Yadav. And then we'll get back to Shivam Dubey and Tilak Varma.
Yes, absolutely. I think, they should have actually, once we lost Abhishek Sharma, there was no need to panic. The middle order actually, what Tilak Varma and Shivam Dubey and then later on Sanju Samson showed is that you can build that innings. You can take those runs, those singles, convert them to twos. There was enough time. 146 is not a par course for this pitch. And, we were expecting that they would score about 160 at one point of time. If you look at what Pakistan did in the power play overs, they scored 45 for no loss. In the middle overs, they lost their way, 88 runs for 5 wickets. And in the death overs, the last 4 overs, they made only 13 runs and lost 5 wickets. So they just kind of imploded. But, we could have learned from that and said that we could have actually built our innings. We could have actually rotated the strike and built it. I think that's an opportunity that both Sky and Shubman Gill missed.
I would suggest that Gargi ko phone de dijiye so that she can take a few questions. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Just open the thing. I will also
Yeah.
take some. Both of us can take some.
I-
Ashok can answer. End of Haris Rauf. Perfect nosedive and crash. It's called karma. People will rub it in.
Of
When
course
you
they
do
will rub
things-
it in.
When you do things which are irresponsible, you've got to realize that it all comes back. And it all came back for Haris Rauf. Jasprit Bumrah did that celebration. I think you said it well in our group that, he landed the flight. That's what will come back to haunt you. You behave like that. Jasprit Bumrah or the Indian guys, they will now rub it in all their lives.
Of
For the
course.
next 4-5 months, this is what is going to happen. It's sad. It's sad that it happened this way.
Abhishek Chaudhary is saying no handshake happened till now. It will not happen.
Handshake will not
It
happen.
will. It will not happen.
No, keep going, keep going.
More questions. Wait. Okay, we have a super chat here.
It will not happen.
Desi Murgi is saying, if ICC cannot sack Naqvi after this cup, cricket does not deserve to spread to a bigger stage and more countries. Waste of time for Indian cricket.
No, we'll see what happens with that. I mean, that will happen tomorrow. ICC will take
lots of
cognizance of the matter. We know that the press release will come. We also know that all of these things are being discussed, and it will go to Mr. Naqvi for sure. But for tonight, we will come back to the ICC in a bit. But for tonight, let's talk about the game as well. Several super chats.
Lots of
Several,
super chats,
आप ले
yeah.
लीजिएगा,
Shivangi is saying Rauf gave 3.4, in the 3.4 overs, Haris Rauf gave 50 runs. Rest of the Pakistan team gave just 100 in 96 deliveries. Pakistan is a minnow, but India has lots of issues before World Cup. Dubey changed the game.
Absolutely. I think more than the absolute runs that Dubey, scored, I think there were a lot of questions, a lot of doubts about his role in the team and what he's going to contribute, etc. I think what he did was to score those lofted shots, some sixes and some fours, and that actually turned the confidence, I think, for the Indian team. I think all of us watching the game, that's when we intuitively knew that this is turning, the ship is turning.
This
Yeah,
is now
that's what I
taken
was-
to a different level.
What is
Prime Minister
happening?
Modi tweets. Prime Minister Modi tweets,
Wow.
Operation Sindoor on the games field, outcome is the same. India wins. Congrats to our cricketers. This has gone to a different level.
Oh, now it's...
The Prime Minister getting
Prime Minister Modi now involved in this. He waited for his moment. Mohsin Naqvi was trying to do it, trying to provoke every single day. He gets it back in his own coin and real badly. Prime Minister Modi, Operation Sindoor on the games field. Outcome is the same. India wins. Congrats to our cricketers. This has gone to a very different level.
Now you know the stakes that were involved.
Now you absolutely know what it was involved. This was not a cricket game. At no point in time was this a cricket game. And this has now gone to a very different level, Ashok. You can now understand what will happen with the ICC tomorrow. This has now become diplomatic war now that the cricket war is over. Both of you.
Oh, completely. I mean, I think we were talking about mental toughness, about losing it in the mind, fear, etc. But I think we didn't bargain for this. I think that sets the tone, really. It is absolutely. I think you said it right. It's diplomatic war. It's not the end of the story. I think we are only beginning to see the events unfold once the tournament is over.
Yeah, I mean the drama will start. So आप दिल्ली जब जा रहे हो तो फ्लाइट में बैठ के नेक्स्ट स्टोरी सोच लीजिएगा. And I don't think I have my 3 days off. By the way, I'm going on a 3-day break, but I will have
No way you're going on any break.
but I will have my feet
Don't worry.
firmly on it. I will keep an eye on everything, not to worry. But sir, super chats पहले खत्म कर लीजिए.
हाँ.
But can I make a point quickly?
You can do what you want.
So I think, while the super chats will come and, we talked about the match, I was actually waiting for that part to talk about, which is KD Bhaiya. I think Kuldeep, there is no way we can forget amongst all this. There you go. I think what he came in and did to take those 4 wickets, in the first 2 overs, he gave away 24 runs. In the second 2 overs, he gave away 6 runs and notched up those 4 wickets. I think he was calm and cool as a cucumber. He actually delivered the goods. I think a lot of the victory today goes to Kuldeep Yadav.
Yes, okay. No, I also wanted to say that anyone, just taking up on that point before I take the super chats, that anyone who says that sports and politics do not mingle or whatever,
Who said that?
biggest lie
now
in
it's out there.
biggest lie in the world.
My entire academic career is dependent on making this point that sports and politics have always mixed. If anybody
Absolutely.
thinks otherwise, he or she doesn't know anything.
Okay, super chats now. Ramesh is saying India has won, but Sky form is a huge concern. Sky at 3 with high quality attacks will be a huge risk. Best position for him will be at 5 with Varma and Samson at 3 and 4 and Hardik at 6.
Let's see what happens in Australia. I've always said that any player can go through an off form or a bad run of form. Surya Kumar Yadav last 12 games with an average of, I think, 12 or 13. So it's clearly a concern. No running away from the fact that he has been underwhelming. He will know that himself as the skipper of this side. But he's now got some time to go back to the drawing board. He's got about, 2 weeks? 3 weeks before the Indian team leaves for Australia on the 15th of October. So when they go, we will have to see what Surya Kumar Yadav does in Australia. But if this continues with the T20 World Cup coming, it can become very, very problematic. It can become seriously problematic. So I take that. और सुपर चैट्स है क्या?
स्वप्निल जो भी लिख रहे हो वो ग्रुप में लिखो because मेरा तो फोन लगा हुआ है. I can't see the message. Ayush Jindal is saying, okay, check PM Modi's tweet. An average Hindu is saying Ma Durga was with India today, but Surya, come on.
Durga, as well as, if I could put it, Operation Tilak was on our side.
Ma Durga, every form of divine, whatever, but ultimately,
Dress box, journalists,
all
superstitions.
All said and done, it is the quality of cricket. No Ma Durga, all of that stuff, yes, divine intervention, you can say luck and all of that, but that innings cannot be described except temperament, resilience, quality, self-belief, passion, commitment, ability to take the game deep, Ashok. It is about, we kept saying this, calm, stay calm, stay calm. Tilak Varma showed the virtues of staying calm.
Oh, absolutely. I think the innings of his life in taking India to that amazing victory today. I think, the maturity and the confidence with which India went about the Pakistan innings also deserves a shout out. I think when they were cruising along, 90 odd for 1, at that point of time, they looked like getting to about 160, 170. But I think the Indians knew exactly what they were doing, and they managed to not just pull them back, but to get them all out for 146.
Gill doesn't fit in the opening slot.
Too early to dismiss that
Give him
off.
some
I think we have to give him some time.
Give him some time?
Without doubt.
Yeah.
Without doubt. Even today, he started well. That punch was
Exactly.
good. I thought that
was
should have
a that was a phenomenal catch, and it 9 out of 10 times
he should have gone.
he should have
He checked
completed
it,
the shot.
kind of checked that
it
shot.
was a half-hearted shot, and also at the factor that was a 9 out of 10 times that catch would not be taken,
Okay,
but it
folks,
was.
now this is a good one. This
Yeah.
is a good one from Pradeep and both of you. Should player of the series go to Kuldeep? He deserves
Oh,
it.
absolutely. In fact,
Kuldeep Abhishek.
that's one of the things I wanted to talk about.
Can they share
Perhaps-
it?
Yeah, a good one. Can they share it? Absolutely.
But when you deliver in a big final, you have made an absolute case to get that player of the series. I think Kuldeep Yadav has made an absolute case and
Yeah.
2 overs 24 to come back and do what he
Yeah,
did.
come
KD,
on, yeah.
you're a rock star. Tonight we've got to call him or wish him and do whatever football match you want to go watch tonight, KD. You're a good coach.
But
KD is a good coach. Put Snesh in place of Surya. This place is set.
Are Baba,
Come on.
रुक जाओ, रुक जाओ.
ठीक है यार.
Look at the next one. I think
You
Tilak
know-
will rarely play any game in more pressure than today. Entire career, but he's shown right.
He's played
completely.
one hell of a innings.
He lit up the stadium, lit up the Dubai sky with that innings.
And he was so calm. Now, going back to that moment where Fahim Ashraf, started and then did not even bowl the first delivery and got
Twice.
twice it happened, yes, but there was that long break where the entire almost 2-3 the entire PCB camp was on the field, it seemed like.
Did Mr. Naqvi come there?
Did he handle it?
He said he would, right? I mean,
Yeah,
he
I
said,
thought he'd handle
just
it.
go do what you want to do and I'll handle
Lie
the rest.
down on the floor and do your
Completely.
theatrics and
Yeah.
then try and break India's momentum and do what you want and I'll handle it.
Yeah.
But
You
the
handled it,
but the
Mr.
point that I was making here is Tilak Varma at that point as well. First of all, for the first few minutes he was standing there with Shivam trying to talk to him, and then suddenly he starts running, shooting between the stumps. So
Yeah.
he was
to get
he
the
was
blur-
doing-
to
yeah.
get-
Pant.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was actually doing a Rishabh Pant. What Rishabh does, he kept going.
Yeah.
Whereas he wanted to
I
keep
think
himself in the
adrenaline.
momentum.
Yeah, and the blood circulation back in the legs, I think that was very...
Come on,
Exactly.
17 runs to go. All of a sudden, Pakistan
That
takes a
energy
10
has to go somewhere.
10-minute break, and the umpires were trying to prod,
Exactly.
saying, "Come on, get it going, get it going." Fahim Ashraf was lying there, and whoever that physio was, he was trying to get him back with the cramps and all of that. But I thought that was play acting. To credit to Pakistan, they did it well.
Sure.
They tried to break India's momentum, but
It
nothing worked.
backfired.
Everything crash landed today.
He did get one wicket after that. It was Dubey's, I think, but after that we all know what happened.
On the
Yeah,
crash
even that was
landing,
almost 6.
on the crash landing, there is a good one here. How about a laugh it out moment for all the 6-0 Rauf gestures and the Pak media theatrics?
Gargi, I'll give you the first.
Where do
first
I
go.
begin and where do I end?
We'll give you 1 minute. Go for it.
Oh, I thought he wanted to talk.
No, you go for it. 1 minute.
Where do I begin and where
I'll
do
give you
I
one.
end?
I'll give you one. Chalo. Your time starts now.
Everyone keeps saying that it was Surya Kumar Yadav who started it. Yes, we somewhere agree that Operation Sindoor should have not been mentioned or whatever. He was dedicating the win to the victims and to the army, but it never leaked on the field. There was never any inappropriateness of the gesture or of the statement that Surya Kumar Yadav made. But what happened after that? In that practice session, the Pakistani team yelling 6-0, 6-0 while, 3 Indian players were practicing on the other end of the ICC academy. Then you saw what Sahid Zada Farhan did. Then you saw what Haris Rauf did. And also those 2 tweets from Mohsin Naqvi. So when you put all of that together, it was, and I'm sorry to say, disgusting behavior.
Yeah, I mean, if I can make a cheeky statement, go out and do all that provocation if you can back it up with your cricket. I mean, this team is been an abject disappointment. Not really there in terms of, having to take on a team like India in the finals. I don't think they ever stood a chance. It was the finals. There was a lot of ambient tension. There was a lot of things going on in terms of the political discourse. And that led to a little bit of nerves really happening. But the way India pulled that back, both the Pakistan innings, restricting them to 146, as well as, overcoming the 20 for 3, and then, holding their nerves to come back so strong, I think it speaks volumes for what this team is capable of.
Shubhayan was texting something and I just remembered and wanted to have a laugh
No,
about.
Shubhayan was texting the Narendra Modi tweet.
Okay.
Shubhayan was texting the Narendra
but-
Modi tweet, but Shubhayan,
Shubhayan was the 13th player, by the way, in this game.
do you want to say what happened?
Yes.
Sure.
That fact is very well known.
Shubhayan, if you're watching, this is not your editor speaking. These 2 are going for you. They're entitled to sledge tonight.
He
Yeah,
also
we
said-
we
Come on,
demand
he
a
also
ban
knows.
on his presence for any finals.
No, every time it happens. How come? I mean, this has to be
पहले
something.
भाई describe करो आप लोग हुआ क्या है?
So Shubhayan had to catch a flight and he had to leave at 9:30 p.m. sharp. At 9:20, he was not showing any signs of leaving. We handed over the keys to him and literally pushed him out of the press
At
box.
that point, India was 20 for 3.
At that point, India was 20 for 3. The moment he left,
Walks out of the room.
things started turning around. I think the first 6 that
So-
Shivam Dube hit happened immediately after.
Yeah. So anyone who watches this stream and also watches Hindi or has been with us for a long time will know that Shubman Chakraborty is well known for the fact that wherever he goes, India loses. He did not go for the USA World Cup. India won there. He was there for the 50 over World Cup. India lost. So this is a well-known fact among the journalist fraternity as well. And today, people had to literally beg Shubman to leave the press box because things were not looking good for India. And the second he went out, everything changed.
Okay, I've got to actually put this in perspective. These two are sledging Shubman, but the truth is, there was a collective clamor from the journalists. All of them came to me and said, Boryada, ask him to go. I didn't understand what is happening. All of a sudden, 4 or 5 people from the back, we were in the front row. They all literally shout my name and say, Boryada, ask Shubman to leave. And I, for a second, didn't understand because I was intensely watching the game. And obviously, then it dawned on me. And sheepishly, I never do this. I actually got up and gave him the keys and said, Shubman, it's getting late. Shubman, it's getting late. And he said, I need to go to the washroom. I'll say bye to everyone. I said, the car needs to come back for us. It's really getting late. Why don't you go? So that's what happened with Shubman. But Shubman, you're an absolute darling. We'll get you for more games and we'll change this also.
Of course.
Yeah, and to his credit, when he left, he turned around to the door and said, don't worry, India will win. He knew it.
Oh, I've got to say this. I've got to put this on record. And he looked at me and he said, India will win and Rinku Singh will hit the winning runs.
Oh,
he said that to me. He said, Rinku Singh will hit the winning runs and he left that press box. So Shubman Chakraborty, whether or not you win the match for India, I don't know. But the fact is you predicted it right. It was Rinku Singh who hit the winning runs.
So you've got 2 right predictions. I said Kuldeep will be the pick of the bowlers and him with Rinku hitting the scoring run.
You have a gem of a team here, Boria.
Yeah.
Clearly, I mean, they're making their case loud and clear.
Yeah, now people are going.
Okay, so here, Proshenjit Mitra is saying, and I'm going to take this because it's addressed to me. It says, Ashokda, I guess at last the email worked. And how? T. Dilip's email saying, I'm going to send you mails in case you keep dropping catches. Today, I think India got their act.
9 catches, all super.
Yeah,
all 9, not one.
Beautifully right.
And some real good judgments.
And fielding as well. There was some particularly brilliant fielding as well.
India's catching today was special, but this one, Desi Murgi says, too late now, but if it was a week earlier, Maddox Square or Muhammad Ali Park or Mudiali would have had Mohsin Naqvi themed Oshur.
Oh, I completely agree.
You understand what he's saying?
It's not too late. Can you kind of do a little bit of a switch?
Try it.
Of course.
Explain it to Gargi. She did not get it. To all our viewers, come on, say it.
Okay, so when in the Durga Puja, Ma Durga basically is the idol, right? I mean, she's come back to Mother Earth, and the Oshur basically. So the Pujos in Calcutta.
Asur. Okay, got it.
The Pujos in Calcutta take on, whatever. It's a commentary on the social commentary on what's happening in the world.
Yes.
So if there's a FIFA World Cup, you could have a team there represented in some form or manner. If there's a political election in the US, you could have that person as the Oshur. I'm not taking any names there. But in this case, it's a brilliant comment here, basically
and
saying that.
What happens is with the Trishul.
I know, got it.
Trishul and it's
completely understood.
That's what he's saying, that a Mohsin Naqvi themed Asur should be there in Calcutta.
And also these places that he's named, which is Maddox Square, Muhammad Ali Park or Mudiali. I would add College Square to that. These are really big pujos. These are institutions, and therefore the message that they would do is actually a very, very strong message.
Wow.
Yeah, Andy Pycroft writes to us.
Oh, okay.
That day I was the excuse. Today umpires, losers.
No, but that wide was only one instance where the umpire.
But they had to
Of
change
course,
it.
but how was that not given wide in the
ridiculous.
first go is something that I will not
Absolutely
understand.
ridiculous. What about the presentation? Folks, we are outside. You need to tell us. You can ask Bharat Ramla.
Tell us.
We'll also ask our people to tell us. Bumrah's celebration against Haris Rauf. Again, 1
Arey
minute.
Baba.
You go.
Describe kariye Gargi ji.
1 minute nahi lagega. I'll just say that let's just say Haris Rauf's planes were not the only thing that went flying. It was also his off stump.
That's the next one.
Yeah, I'm going to say that it was time somebody gave it back, and I think that was special.
Presentation is too late. No presentation yet. Is some team pulling out of it? Is it because of the presence of Mohsin Naqvi? Is India pulling out of the presentation?
Oh,
So
wow.
the trophy is what, delivered to the hotel or what?
Presentation, India might just pull out. India might just say, we are not bothered. Job done. Who wants the trophy? Get lost.
For the first time, there's no champions picture?
There could well be that India doesn't want to go out there on the field and take the trophy. They've delivered the knockout punch. Now they'll say, go hell, we will walk out. Exactly. Jo marzi kar lijiye, hum ja rahe hain yahan se.
Totally. Like we said, the drama is just beginning.
And look, even the captain's photo shoot happened separately. So that tells you a lot about where India stands when it comes to presentations and photo shoots and all of that. Yeah. No
Bram
comments
might
to talk about?
Bram might be waiting, so I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 more minutes and let's finish this.
Okay.
Presentation we covered.
Agarkar is with Indian team as BCCI official. Postub.
Agarkar has been here.
But we made hash of the chase. Gill looks not fit. Sky's form is a worry. We've taken this. Seems like trophy presentation is delayed due to Mohsin Naqvi. That's what we are also getting. As long as I'm live, I can't call someone inside and find out. Let's give a moment of appreciation for Rinku's fielding. Let's give a moment. Rinku's fielding, you want to say something?
Look, he's always been a gun fielder. I'm not surprised by Rinku's fielding. In fact, I was more surprised at the way that the Indian team dropped catches in the past matches. But today, this is something you expect out of the Indian team. It's not something that comes out of the extraordinary.
Can we see the Bumrah celebration from all of you?
Oh,
yeah. You want to do it?
No, let's not.
Well,
Let's not. I don't think
let's
so.
try it.
Okay, you go for it.
He landed the plane.
Oh, he landed it.
Yeah.
Boom. And that was a boom. Anyway, Gargi, actually, you tweeted about it, right?
Yeah.
She tweeted about it.
No, I
like that.
didn't. No, I didn't.
Refused to talk to Indian commentator at toss, so India should refuse to accept the award.
That was
it's going
already
that way.
planned.
It's going that way, Viraj. Okay, last couple of minutes on the show. India to Mohsin Naqvi, go take a flight and tweet about it that we'll take our trophy. They're going for it now. They're going for it. People will.
People will obviously
this will
go
continue
for
all
this.
night. India to Mohsin, I mean, that's what it is. Mix the Bumrah celebration with Pushpa.
That I can do.
This is just getting too much. Major Unplugged. Team Rev Sports, thanks for your amazing coverage. Amazing to share energy with you guys. Thank you very much. For some odd reason, presentation not starting. Naqvi in dilemma. मोदी जी का ट्वीट देखो भाइयों, देख चुके हैं, बोल भी चुके हैं. पूजा started with Oshur Bod. Yes, शुभान, सबको शुभान का नाम डाल रहा है और हंस रहा है.
No, सबको पता है. जो पुराने viewers हैं ना, they all know the track record. That's why. Yeah.
Okay, last minute on the show, I'll give it to you. Asia Cup coming to an end. Obviously, we will record our shows tonight, which will be played tomorrow. But she goes back, Ashok goes back to his usual day routines from tomorrow. I take a couple of days off. But as I said, plenty to happen. But Ashok and Gargi, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Doesn't matter. Anyway, we are loud. But Ashok, I'll give you the 1 minute for your last comment. Asia Cup coverage coming to an end. Watch out for our shows tomorrow. It's been fun. Ashok, and then I'll give Gargi her 1 minute and I'll close it out for all of you. Ashok.
Oh, I think the words that I want to use is this is poetic justice for all that has happened. Like I said, I mean, when you start something, you need to have the guts to go and finish it. And I think one team definitely didn't have it. That apart, I think in terms of the final, Tilak Varma, hats off to you. I think an innings of a lifetime. I think the way you held steady when we were 24-3, there is nothing in comparison to that. I think you will remember this for your lifetime. And I think that would really be the signature innings for me for the Asia Cup. Of course, not taking away anything from everyone in the team, especially shout out to Kuldeep Yadav for those 4 wickets today.
I mean, let's end this tournament by saying that sport and politics, if you think does not mix, or politics has no place for sport, or sport does not have any politics, any space for politics, that's wrong. It will always intermingle with each other. And the second part here is that if you're going to be, sport has always been a place where soft acts of protest have been made. But if you're going to get ugly about it, also have the guts to back it up with good performance. That's all I would like to say.
Okay, so PV Sindhu tweets as well. All of India's superstars have started.
What is PV saying?
PV Sindhu is tweeting the Bumrah celebration.
So everyone took notice.
Are starting to tweet. Okay, my final minute.
Let's go.
When I said I will get a 6-7 member team to Dubai, loads of people said this is not the correct stand. Boycott. Pakistan players are refusing to come out for the presentation, says Bharat Ramraj. We have to wait and watch what is going on. But it was a call we had taken saying boycott is not the answer. Boycott will never be the answer. Use sports for protest, make the message, beat Pakistan, go out there. And today you have seen what has transpired with India making it 8-0. Yes, folks, it is 8-0. That is what the result is
8-0
in the last 4 years. 8-0 to India. The games have just begun because off the field from tomorrow, India will up the ante. ICC release to come. We will get you more, and multiple things are in the pipeline, which you guys will love. Not to disclose more at this point. On behalf of Gargi Ashok, of course, my friend Shubhan Chakraborty, you are at the airport. Safe flight to you. Rohit Juglan doing his lives there. Bharat Ramraj, to our back-end team, everyone watching. This has been one heck of a broadcast to be able to bring to you. Thank you very much, folks. It's 11:30, 1 a.m. in India. The night is young. Go and enjoy your pujo in Calcutta. Navratri has come alive. Sachin Tendulkar was worshipped with Shivratri Day in 2003, and this is Navratri Day. So Virat Kohli to Tilak Varma, the story continues.
Absolutely.
On that note, thank you very much for watching. We'll keep coming back. Gargi and Ashok, good night.
Good night.